Welcome to today's video. We will be retelling the story of the gritty DLC Phantom Liberty that takes you to a part of Night City that has turned into no man's land. If you're a longtime viewer, you may remember that I already did this video. However, I was disappointed with the end product. I have decided to try again, and hopefully this one will be much better. I've improved the script tremendously, and the editing should be, or feel, smoother. Thank you, and welcome to the story of Phantom Liberty. Our story begins as V is driving through Night City. He is still fighting for survival. The engram in his head has only gotten worse. And although his relationship with Silverhand has improved, his life continues to hang in the balance. As his options begin to dwindle, he receives a strange call. The caller reveals herself to be Somi, also known as Songbird. She tells V that she's aware of his situation and that she can help him, but he first must venture into Dogtown, a forgotten part of Night City that died long ago, and is now a hub for the most ruthless mercenaries in the world. Dogtown is run by ex-NUSA soldier Kurt Hansen, who took over Dogtown years ago. Although V is cautious, he realizes that this could be the opportunity that he'd been waiting for.
No clue what I'm stepping into, but no risk, no reward.
Thank you. I appreciate this, truly. Dogtown's main gate. Be there as soon as you can. I'll make contact again then.
Huh. This is one elaborate haze. Or a fucking lifeline.
When V arrives at the meetup point, he experiences a sudden pain in his head, a pain that he's never had. This worries Silverhand, who begins to panic. But Songbird appears and she seems to be in V's head, as she's able to see Silverhand. Songbird makes Silverhand disappear for a little while, and she says that it's to keep V safe. Songbird gets V inside Dogtown and reveals herself to be a netrunner that works for the NUSA government and directly under President Rosalind Myers. Songbird tells V that she needs to rescue the president and take her out of Dogtown. Songbird takes V to the roof of a construction site so that he can see where Space Force One is, which is the vessel that is carrying the president. Songbird also lets V know that she's with the president and they are currently descending into Dogtown, but a missile attack sends the aircraft crashing down.
We're descending. In for a rough... Oh, fuck.
What? What's going on? The hell? Songbird!
V! The president! You have to...
Songbird! God damn it!
Songbird loses connection with V, so he rushes to the crash site. As he is making his way there, Songbird reestablishes the connection and lets V know that the president is his top priority, and to take her to a safe house where she'll later meet them. V clears out the crash site, and amid a sea of dead bodies, he stumbles into a room and finds Rosalind Myers, the president of the NUSA, alive.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Let go!
He introduces himself. However, she already knows who he is due to Songbird. Together, they fight their way out of the crash site and head to the safe house located on Liz Crest Street. V and President Myers get a moment to themselves. Here, she tells V that she thinks that the attack on her life was planned by members of Washington who are working with Hansen, Dogtown's ruler. She asks V to remove a tracker located on the back of her neck so that she can go off the grid for a little while.
I have a subdermal tracker. It needs to go ASAP. It's near an artery that's best not nicked. I'll need your help.
Assume you know what you're doing. Be completely on your own without the tracker.
Well, you're here.
Okay so far?
Don't have a choice.
Okay. Breathe.
Wait, is that? Drone. Finish up, quick. Cover now!
They continue to make their way through Dogtown while avoiding Hansen's people. Later, V and President Myers find themselves trapped in a room, but Songbird returns to V and lends a helping hand by controlling a Chimera bot located inside of that room. She helps V and Myers clear the room, but Songbird loses control of the Chimera and it begins to attack V and President Myers. They run for cover and eventually take out the Chimera. However, V once again has lost connection to Songbird. With no way of contacting Songbird, V and President Myers make their way to the safe house in hopes of finding her there. When she's not there, Myers turns to help in NUSA sleeper agent Solomon Reed. The president asks V if he can help locate Reed and bring him to her, as she believes that Songbird has been taken by Hansen and she needs to be rescued. Myers sends V to a restaurant that the NUSA use as a front. Here V can contact Reed.
There was a secret comms channel accessed only from a Capitan Caliente nearby. The FIA used it before the war. The access code was 0931.
Huh. Come on. Answer.
I'll have a double cheeseburger while you're at it.
Reed? Listen. Got no time to play games. Hello? Fossil's probably busted.
Or you flubbed the number.
What the fuck do we do now?
Who is this?
Call me V.
Andrew Jackson, basketball court. Daytime. Noted.
After V talks to Reed, he must meet him at a nearby park. Now after the two meet, V takes Reed to the safe house and fills him in on the situation. Once they arrive at the safe house, we find out that Reed and Myers have a long history. President Myers enlisted the help of Reed because he was once Songbird's teacher and trainer. V will assist in helping find Songbird as he was the last to have contact with her, and he will currently be serving as a NUSA agent. Reed is hesitant about this because 7 years prior, Arasaka almost killed Reed during a mission. He was in intensive care for months.
What has Myers told you about me?
Said you led an intelligence cell here. Went into hibernation at war's end.
So she omitted the fact that Arasaka tried to smoke me. And that I ended up in intensive care with 3 bullet holes. That 6 months had passed before I could take a shit on my own. I'm here, I'll help. But I'm doing it for Somi and my country. Call me naive if you like.
However, Reed will help find Songbird because he still cares deeply for her, and he believes that serving his country is top priority, no matter what. Reed asks V to find an old colleague of his named Alex. In the meantime, Reed will smuggle the president out of Dogtown and take her back to Washington. V heads to the Moth Bar in the evening. Here is where Alex should be working. Alex is a spy that was part of Reed's crew years ago. V speaks to the bartender in charge, and V shortly after receives a call from Reed, letting him know that he will be showing up shortly. When Reed finally arrives, the bartender gets antsy, and moments later we find out that the bartender is actually Alex in disguise. Here Reed explains what happened between them years ago, and he lets her know about the mission to save Songbird.
Got a mission in Dogtown.
With him? FYI, 7 years ago, this scumbag stabbed everybody in the back.
7 years ago, I was ordered to go to ground, and you were fed a cover story. I had to take the fall. There was no other way.
Expect me to believe you? Just like that? Get the fuck out of my sight. Fuck this. Need a smoke.
Alex becomes angry and storms out of the bar, and V follows her. Alex warns V that Reed is a man that is only loyal to the NUSA. Alex agrees to help on the condition that she gets a proper NUSA retirement so that she can finally leave Night City behind. V heads inside of the bar and relays Alex's message. Reed agrees to Alex's proposition and they team up once again. Alex and Reed inform V about a voodoo boy in Dogtown that goes by Slider, who is a CI for the NUSA government. They believe Slider can help in tracking Songbird. Reed sends V Slider's coordinates, and after Reed finishes catching up with Alex, he will accompany V to talk to the voodoo CI. As V heads out of the bar, Silverhand warns him about his new alliances and tells V to keep his guard up. Johnny believes the NUSA government are bad news, and V should never forget that.
Replace someone with country or corp. How many times you gotta take a bullet for these motherfuckers in the name of empty promises? Chew on that when you look at those two.
Later that night, V and Reed head to the Voodoo Boys' hideout where they find Slider's temple. Here they ask Slider to locate Songbird, but he refuses. Reed, however, reminds him that he has no choice. Slider needs to jack into V first before he attempts to locate Songbird. During his search, Slider reveals that he sees the black wall and that Songbird has been using it to get inside of V's head. Slider is scared to continue his search, but V and Reed force him to do so. Moments later, Songbird appears and begins to talk to V. She informs him about a party that's happening in Kurt Hansen's building, where she will be at. She informs him that she was picked up by Hansen's men after the crash. But as they continue their conversation, Slider begins to overheat, causing him to go into shock, and he passes away shortly after.
You alright, V?
Think Slider might be dead. Connection severed.
It's over. You short-circuited.
Looks like he couldn't handle the load.
Looks that way.
You don't fucking say. Your G-man's a cold-blooded pragmatist. Was never gonna let Slider live.
So, Songbird, what's up with her?
Got the link back up, we spoke. She's fine, mostly. Needs our help, but she's fine, in one piece.
V explains what he sought to read, and now they must find a way to get inside of Hansen's party. V reaches out to Mr. Hans, who informs V that he'll help him get into the party when the time comes. He wants V's help in taking over Dogtown. V agrees and he receives the plans to Hansen's building. That way he and Reed can make their way inside undetected. A day later, Reed and V head over to Hansen's headquarters and dispatch a couple of his soldiers as they sneak their way into the top floor and into the Black Sapphire party. Reed and V change clothes and join the festivities, while they keep an eye out for Songbird. And a while later, V spots Songbird on the second floor. He heads over to talk to her, but he notices that she looks different in person. Almost her entire body is covered in cyberware.
V, it's good you're here. Not what you expected, huh? Is it the haircut?
Dress looks good on you.
Thank you. That was the surprising bit, I'm sure. It's so good you're here. Don't know what I'd do without you, V.
V and Songbird begin to talk, and she reveals that she's also in a race against time. She's been infected by the Black Wall, and she is dying rapidly. She tells V that she's used the Black Wall to keep the president of the NUSA in charge for a long time, and she believes it's finally taking a toll on her. However, she knows that Hansen has a cure that can save her and also save V. With this new information coming to light, Songbird can no longer leave Hansen's side, as she needs to get close enough to steal the cure from him. Hansen came into possession of the cure through an old bunker in Dogtown. She tells V that she needs the neural matrix that was inside of that bunker to be able to receive the cure. However, the matrix is locked behind a mainframe, which Hansen doesn't have the key to. However, the two netrunners that do have this key are willing to hand it over to Hansen for the right price. Hansen needed to kidnap Songbird because she's the only one that knows how to unlock it.
I can flee once I have that tech.
Nothing's ever simple, is it?
So me. Care to introduce your friends? It's not often I'm simply not familiar with guests attending my own party. And I never forget a face.
V is now tasked with finding this key. Songbird gives V a shard that contains information on the two netrunners in possession of the key. They are twins and European. V shows the shard to Reed, and Reed informs V that they will need to get close enough to the twins to scan them. However, Reed is doubtful, and he believes that Songbird may have actually been behind the crash and everything that has happened since. He believes that this was the only way for her to get close enough to the cure that can save her life. Now, V isn't so sure about this, but Reed reminds him that in their line of work, nothing can be ruled out. Nonetheless, they need to scan the twins, who are betting at the roulette table. Alex sends V money, and he joins them. V begins to talk with the twins, while he waits on Reed, but he never shows. So V must do the scanning alone, which he succeeds at. But before being able to sneak away, Kurt Hansen, ruler of Dogtown, stops V and tells him that he knows that he's part of the NUSA and that he's already gotten to Reed.
I know your friend Reed is FIA. My natural assumption is you're an agent too. I'm also guessing you two took it upon yourselves to save the president, then exfil her out of Dogtown. I should send you back to Night City in body bags, filled with pieces.
You trying to scare me?
Dunno. Are you afraid? We're just talking, aren't we?
You're not about to kill us. Got it right?
To be honest, I got tired of the media circus. All the allegations thrown in my face, the bullshit propaganda. Luckily, we can put all that behind us now.
Oh, so you couldn't be happier we saved Myers after your botched hit. Right. Think you believe that less than I do.
I will let you and Reed walk free of this place. In one piece. On your own 2 feet. Consider it a gesture of my goodwill. Your little bird came to me on her own, though. She was tired of breaking international laws on the president's whim. She simply had to run away. Breaching the Black Wall, jeopardizing the net, all humankind's safety, in fact, for personal gain. I wonder what Netwatch would say. Pass it on to President Myers. Also tell her her toy of mass destruction is my friend now. And she should get the fuck out of my backyard, or the world will learn about her games.
V makes his way out of the party and meets Reed downstairs. They head outside and discuss next moves. Reed lets V know that he feels responsible for Songbird. Because of this, he wants to help her. Reed tells V that they will need to intercept the twins before they can meet with Hansen. This way they can infiltrate the meeting disguised as the twins using special agent tech. And a while later, V receives a call from Songbird, asking to meet in private. V heads over to see Songbird, and she reveals to him that she did in fact bring down the airship in Dogtown for Hansen in exchange for the Neuralink, which contains the cure. She didn't know that Hansen would blow the airship out of the sky and hunt down the president. Originally, she believed that she could pull a fast one by saving the president and stealing the cure from Hansen. She reveals to V that she did this because she felt alone, and she didn't think that she had any other choices. She was fighting for survival, the same way that V is. Here, Songbird asks V to help her escape everyone. Hansen, the NUSA, and Reed. She wants V to help her escape during the deal exchange with Hansen. Songbird reveals to V that she has Ripper Docs ready to formulate a cure from the Neuralink that will save the both of them. Songbird leaves, and now V has a decision to make. Shortly after this, Reed tells V that he needs some new chrome to be able to impersonate the twins. Reed sends V to a Ripper dog that he trusts. When V arrives at the Ripper clinic, he finds that Reed is there waiting for him. Reed reveals to V that Myers wants Songbird behind bars for the rest of her life for betraying the NUSA. However, Reed won't allow this. He wants V's help in capturing Songbird. Reed says that he will take Songbird far away to a place where President Myers will never find her. Reed believes this is the best course of action for Songbird, as he doesn't want her to attempt something stupid or something on her own. Here, V has the opportunity to tell Reed about Songbird's own plan, but he refuses to do so. V believes that he will make the appropriate choice when the time comes. V receives the new chrome and he follows the twins to their hotel, where they'll be picking up the key for Hansen. In the meantime, V hides in the trunk and jacks into the car. When the twins return, V takes control of the car and drives it to a safe place. Upon entering the safe place, Reed and Alex take the twins out of the car and kill them in cold blood.
Whoa! What in the fuck?
V is shocked, but he doesn't say anything. Alex and V take on the roles of the twins, and they meet with Hansen. The meeting with Hansen goes smoothly. After the transaction of the key, Alex stays with Kurt Hansen, and V goes with Songbird to unlock it. After getting their hands on the cure, V gives the signal to Alex, and she kills Hansen, the leader of Dogtown, who had his guard down. However, V has made his choice. He betrays the NUSA and helps Songbird escape, and Alex quickly informs Reed of this. Meanwhile, V and Songbird make their way to an extraction point. When they arrive, Songbird is too weak to move. She almost died trying to escape. Songbird informs V that for now they will need to split up to throw off the NUSA, and when the cure is ready, she will reach out to him. In the meantime, Mr. Hands calls V. With Kurt Hansen dead, Dogtown needs a new ruler. There are two candidates, Bennett, who was Hansen's right-hand man, and a soldier, or Jago, who was Hansen's accountant. Mr. Hands believes Dogtown's new ruler should be Bennett. He wants V to intimidate Yago and force her to withdraw from her attempt to become the leader of Dogtown. Mr. Hand gives V a shard with the information of Aguilar, a Cuban hitman who is one of the deadliest men on Earth. V will use this behavioral imprint to scare Yago into reconsidering. V intercepts a meeting between Yago and the Voodoo Boys. V tells Yago that Bennett will rule Dogtown. Now this angers Yago, who decides to test the legendary hitman. This leads to V killing her bodyguard. After witnessing this, Yago is scared and accepts defeat, but she informs V that she wanted to rule Dogtown because Bennett is in bed with Arasaka. V decides to meet with Bennett to find out if he really is working with Arasaka, and it turns out that he is. V tells Bennett to cut his ties with Arasaka or else he will not be the ruler of Dogtown. Bennett gets angry and fights V. Now of course he loses, but with this action he also loses his chance at running Dogtown. V decides that Yago is a better fit for leader of Dogtown. V calls to inform Mr. Hands of the situation. However, Mr. Hands is angry at V for taking matters into his own hands and not listening to him. He sends V to Kurt Hansen's funeral where both Bennett and Yago will be. Mr. Hands wants V to make things right and put Bennett in charge. V arrives at the funeral and Bennett has a proposition. He wants to rule half of Dogtown, but V denies him again and threatens his life. Bennett leaves and Yago officially becomes Dogtown's new leader. V speaks to Mr. Hands. The latter expresses disappointment and he pays V less money than agreed on. But with greater problems on the horizon, V receives a holo from Reed, who is angry at V for helping Songbird escape.
You're a disappointment, V. To me, to Song. We could have helped her. We, together.
It was her choice, Saul.
You're helping a traitor who took a potentially lethal swipe at the NUS president's life. V, this isn't something you and I can settle anymore. Songbird's gone to war, taking on our own country. We, the FIA, we're gonna find you too. You have exactly nowhere to run, V.
V finally hears from Songbird, but she sounds weak and sick. She tells him that she's going to Luna to prepare the cure, but she needs V's help in getting inside of Tycho Terminal. At Luna, they will extract the Neuralink and create a cure. She says that once this is completed, they'll finally have the cure ready to use. V infiltrates the terminal and heads to the roof, where he throws a rope to Songbird and pulls her up. As they make their way to the shuttle from the roof, they hear aircrafts landing. It's President Myers, Reed, and NUSA soldiers. V and Songbird hide in the tunnels, and they overhear a conversation between Reed and Myers. Reed lets
Songbird made her choice. Now she needs to learn what the consequences are.
There's one more thing, Saul. The project she was part of stays well under wraps. None of it leaks.
This is bad. Really bad.
If our little bird lands in the wrong hands, I don't want to think what will happen.
All that. We're the only ones privy.
It would destroy the NUS. It's not a risk I'm willing to take.
We're on the same page. No risks. That's how it'll be.
Do you hear that?
Just so you know, this isn't any easier for me, Reed. I liked the girl, trusted her. But with some choices, there's no way back.
Choices? Yours or hers?
Say again?
You heard me. But no matter. I know what I have to do, and I'll do it.
I authorize you to take any and all necessary action. Just try not to shoot her in the head.
Might have expected as much.
Having heard all of this, V and Songbird make their way out of the tunnels and head for the space shuttle. However, they are ambushed by NUSA soldiers. They quickly run inside a booth, but it seems like it's only a matter of time before they die. In a last-ditch effort, Songbird and V use the black wall. This gives V enough power to kill the soldiers and clear the ambush.
Fire it up!
They make their way to the train that will take them to Tycho Terminal. On the train ride, a weak Songbird reveals to V that Reed isn't the only one she's betrayed. She tells V that the Neuromatrix can only be used once, and she'll be using it to save herself. Song passes out, and V has yet another choice on his hands.
I think I'm gonna die soon. The regret. Wasn't honest with you. I'm sorry.
Could have told me the truth. Would have helped you anyway. Song?
He picks up Songbird and takes her towards the shuttle. As he approaches the entrance, Reed comes out of the shuttle armed and orders V to put Songbird down.
Fucking hell.
Stop there. One more step and you're dead.
Look. Putting her down.
Slow now. So, what do you want to do?
Reed, she's fucking dying.
I see two near corpses with a death wish. Your fault alone if she kicks it.
Right, because you and Myers had no hand in this shit.
That is all that awaits her on the moon. You want to save her? Leave her to me.
Back on the roof, Myers ordered her killed. You didn't protest.
You heard us.
Every last word.
The situation's changed. Just leave Songbird to me. I can still help her.
That biz 7 years ago. Song followed Myers' order, but never forgave herself for it. Gonna be the same for you. Remorse to the end of your days.
But this ain't about Song anymore, V. No, this is about her not sparking another war. I'm taking Songbird to Washington. She'll answer for treason. She has to.
You're right. Song's curb stomped everyone to get what she wants. Condemned me to death.
Let me guess. She promised. Then she didn't deliver.
Just one dose. One instance of the cure exists. Song decided to keep it, but left me with nothing.
I see. So Songbird for me, and one dose for you.
Need the cure and the Rippers who know how to use it. Mention contacts in Europe. Personal ones.
In Europe, at Langley, too. The NUSA specialists are top of the game. They'll pull the data for you, then operate. Do we have a deal?
What happens to Song, dare I ask?
We'll do our damnedest to stop the Blackwall degeneration. Look for other ways.
Myers wants Song dead. Condemned her already.
Myers couldn't let her escape. If we get her, alive, have her in our hands, the NUSA will be safe. Songbird will live.
Just take her. I got no right to trade her life for anything. Don't wanna.
Taking you home, Somi. Taking you home. Area secure for landing. No, you will not do that. We grab the girl and go.
Well, can't call you a complete sellout. You got that at least.
I was wrong about you, Completely.
Maybe just a shit judge of character.
Stop there!
Leave him alone. Stand down.
We have orders.
You take your orders from me.
V heads back to the drawing board with Silverhand. He has nothing, no cure, no path forward, no leads, but at least he still has a fighting chance. The hunger to survive is still there, but it's on his terms. And if he never gets the cure, he will go down fighting with Panam and Silverhand by his side, which is much better than betraying yourself for a cure that could cost you literally everything. In the end, he didn't take Reed's offer for the cure. V gave Songbird up and he tried to move on. V tangled himself into a web of deceit, one that formed long ago, one much deeper than he could have ever imagined. This concludes our story retelling of Cyberpunk 2077 Phantom Liberty. Thank you for being here and I hope this helped. I want to cover the complete story of Cyberpunk 2077, so expect that in the near future. If you have any other games that you would like to see me cover here on the story so far, let me know, and I'll catch you in the next video.